Hi guys, it's me, Lauren Gell. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be here and to chat with you guys because I'm trying out new products today. Well, let me clarify. New to me products because I've got some samples. I have a few multi-chrome liners, lip liners. I've got a new bronzer. I've got Half Magic, which I've never tried the brand before. Little chrome flakes. A new to me palette, even though this has been around for a while. And then I have some products that I am just testing out again, seeing if I want to keep them or not. So if you're into videos like this, keep on watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. If you don't know what to comment, just comment spring or spring makeup or something like that, because I'm very much feeling spring makeup. Without further ado, let's hop on into this because I'm super excited to be hanging out with you guys and trying some makeup. Okay, so I threw my hair back because it's getting so long, and since I haven't been bleaching it as often, I feel like this is the most brown I've had in my hair in a long time. It's getting healthier again. I don't really know what to do with it. This is where we're at. I have a couple of new primers here that I want to throw on first. We have the Cali Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with Collagen Peptides. I've been wanting to try this primer, but since I'm not going anywhere, it's not warm enough outside, I think I'm going to hold off on using that for maybe a future video or just when it gets warmer. And then I also have this Forever New Dior sample. Now, I know Dior isn't cruelty-free, so that's why I'm like, let me try this sample for funsies, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it. They have this Glow Veil primer, and then I'm probably going to be this shade, if it even matches. That's the lightest shade in here, so this should be good. But it is a Hydrating Glow Foundation, 24-hour wear, 86% floral skincare base. Is it going to smell like a flower? Ew. This foundation I feel like has gotten a lot of hype. I've had this for a while, I'm not even gonna lie. But I also have this one from Say, so if this is too deep for me, I've got their skin tint that we can try out. So I'm gonna do the primer first and then do some more makeup because I like to let my primer sink in, do my eyes, then apply my base. So let's break it down. Okay, I've got the Glow Primer. It is secured. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell with my phone camera. Maybe if I put it up to the light, you can kind of see like a pearlescent shift to it. That's common with Glow Primer. I don't know how much of this I need to be using, but considering it's glowy, I'm just going to use it all. This kind of looks like the consistency and the opacity of like a sunscreen, but we're going to try this. Usually when I use a glowy primer, I keep it towards the perimeter of my face. Then I tend to put like a pore filling or like mattifying one in my T-zone just because I do have combination skin. So that's kind of what I do and I've been doing for a long time. I'm going to be filming a products I no longer buy video after this. And I feel like glowy primers should be added to the list as far as like maybe like full size. If I can get travel size, I don't know. I used it. That's what we're looking like. You can definitely see some sheen like right through here on my nose. I feel like the texture, like obviously it's not emphasizing too much texture, but obviously I do have some big pores through here and through here. And I do have some breakouts, which it doesn't emphasize those breakouts too bad. So I kind of like this just upon first impression because even though it's glowy, it's not overpowering, you know? Like this is something that I would be comfortable wearing on the perimeter of my face during the winter time, like I just said how I utilize glowy primer. So I like that. It does have a floral scent, but it's very, I wouldn't say faint, but it is a lot lighter than what I was expecting. It's not like wham bam in your face. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, it's kind of just like a very light floral lotion almost. So I don't mind it. The older I get, the more I don't like fragrance like product. So this to me it's not that bad. Like I would wear it. Like if they're cruelty free, I would have went out of my way to like pick up one at a later date, you know? I will come back to utilizing the foundation. Hopefully these work for my skin tone. But let's move on to getting my eyes together. So what I'm going to do is lay down my brows and then I'm going to put my conceal my eyes and then come back to play with this because I have a little bit of a vision of what I want to do today, but execution might be a different story. Okay, so I laid down my brow and then I threw on concealer. I haven't set yet, but I have been using my Natasha Denona High Glam. I love this. I'm debating picking up another one during the VIB sale because I'm having to start to scrape the sides of this one. But I also have another one on standby as far as like concealer from one size. So what am I saying? I haven't set my lid. I want to try using one of the shades in here. This is the Heavy Petal palette from ColourPop. I think this was a spring release last year. I can't keep up with ColourPop. They just released too much, but I do like this packaging. It's really cool. It's kind of like a glitch. What that has to do with petals, I don't know. Or being heavy, I don't know, but whatever. This is the color story we are working with. And because I've got like super sparkly things, I kind of want to do like a fairy look or like an ethereal look. So with this palette, there's like these pinks in here that I kind of want to stay to. I don't really want to play with these darker shades. But to set my lid, I want to use this shade called Pollen. It does have like a micro glitter in it. I wonder if I can like swatch it and show you. I don't know if you can see the sparkle in that, but we're going to try that to set my lid. It could be a make it or break it. I don't know. I am going to use a brush that I use standard for setting my lid. I feel like for setting my lid, I have not used an eyeshadow in a long time. I usually just use my face powder. Okay, you're probably not going to be able to tell on the camera, but that little bit of sparkle is the slightest little bit on my eye. Like if you just want a little bit of sparkle, but you just want to blank out your eyes. Like I know some girls, they don't like eyeshadow. They just like doing foundation and base makeup. I think that this would be very, very pretty to just blank out your eye for that kind of look. I really want to use the shade Freshly Cut and maybe do like a soft little wing moment just with eyeshadow because I have these like chrome flakes from Essence. So with that, I am going to take a small brush and I think I'm going to use Freshly Cut first. And pick it up on my brush and I just stuck my hand in this shimmer. Oh my lord. And just kind of start wisping it out. That's pretty. I don't want this to be exact. Maybe I'll put some pictures up here for reference as far as like the vision. It's kind of going to be something between fairy-like and a little bit of like angelic with like just the highlight and the sparkle and all of that fun stuff. So I'm just gonna really just mess with this, kind of use my fingers. And of course, one side is very different than the other. We love to see it. Okay, that's fine. I'll just go in and literally with my finger do this. And I'm not too worried about it because I will use concealer and stuff like later in the point of my makeup. I'm just gonna take this and carry what's left on my brush towards my inner corner. And I think for this shade, I'm gonna leave it here. I think I'm gonna go in with like a liner brush just to define it, especially on this side. I feel like it got a little lost, so I'm gonna touch it up. From there, I want to use this peony shade that has a little bit of sparkle in it just in my crease. Let me use a little bit more precise but fluffy brush and just kind of carry that in my crease just to almost pinkify it, if that makes sense. I'm kind of just going with the flow, honestly. I didn't plan this out one bit. Besides looking at a couple pictures and being like, ooh. Executing it, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but this is a trust the process moment. I don't know if it's going to turn out. I really don't. I feel like this type of eye look is so pretty in theory, but it takes a lot of small blending and precise blending, which is why I don't really do it all the time. Okay, this is what we're looking like. It's a little messy, but I'm not mad about it. What's gonna save it is all the glitter and stuff, but I did go in off camera and just use a little bit of floral fills to lay down on the lid, kind of blend everything out a little bit more. I think I'm gonna stop here with the shimmer because I want to play with these chrome flakes from Essence. They're the multi-chrome flakes. I got these from Ulta, and the reason I picked these up is because I've been eyeballing the Danessa Myricks ones, but I don't want to pay the $25 price tag for something if I'm not going to like it. And though those could be better quality than the ones from Essence, I'd still rather try ones from Essence at a smaller price point than the other way around. So let me try to get this off. I don't know if you can see that shift. Ooh, That's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna try the texture here. Oh, it's like a gel. Oh no, I thought these were like just a little pot of product. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. That's pretty, but it's a gel. And it's like a wet gel. I feel like that's gonna eat away my eyeshadow. Okay, well, we're gonna try it. I don't know. I might use these on my inner corner. That's a pure gel formula, but do you see how pretty that is? Okay, we're gonna nix this plan. I don't want this to mess up my eyes. So I think what we're gonna do is just try that on top of everything because the shift on that is really cool. But I also have this. This is the Half Magic Glitter Puck Pressed Fairy Dust for Eyes, Face, and Body. This was $26. I hesitated on getting this. I had points, so it worked out. But I was like, why am I paying $26 for something that's like this big? No, it's this big. It's a full-fledged, like, body glitter. And it is like a putty texture. I did already kind of play around with this as far as touching it. But it is kind of like a putty. Oh my god. That just broke and fell out. Love that. Okay, I pressed it back in. That's annoying. Now it's all over my finger, but I can at least try and swatch it for you. So that's what it looks like. It's just a really reflective, like, pink glitter. But it has, like, this pomade feel to it. I don't know. It's really weird. Like, it's a putty texture. That gel dried down, and now that's stuck. I don't know what I want to try. Let me try this first. I'm not going to hold it up like I did the last time. This is what we have, and I'm going to tap, I don't know. I'm just going to tap it and try to mimic it where I want it to go because I don't want it to be too strong, but I feel like that's too late. I'm like, maybe if I tap it out with a finger, it'll do it justice. Okay, I don't know. It's a little messy. I'm not going to lie. Okay, this is going south very fast. It's pretty, but you know what it reminds me of? My moon dust eyeshadows. Okay, well, this is just getting messy. I love that that just fell out of the jar. This is what we're looking at. You can kind of see. Oh my god, it's all under my eye too. I don't know if you can tell, but... And I don't think this is the kind of product that's going to move once it falls. Oh no. It's stuck. That just made it worse. And it's like too much sparkle. Now it's all under my eye. It's everywhere. Okay, let me try the other eye. I don't even know. Like, should I use a brush? I don't know if maybe just using like a little flat paddle brush would make it a little bit better. I could be a little more precise with it with a small brush. Okay, it does pick up on the brush. And if you work in small batches. Now I will say the sparkle kind of clumps together on the brush. I feel like this, I have to be so much more careful with this than I want it to be. Maybe I'm just on edge since it fell out of its container. Love that. This was looking better. That's way more precise than this side. Let me see, because I wanted to just put it right here and kind of leave space for this wing. But I kind of feel like now I need to just put this sporadically on this side since it's all over here. And it's all over my shirt. Oh my lord. Okay, well, I want to see if I can kind of build it up just to play around with it. When it goes on the lid, it does have a bit of a wet cooling sensation because of the putty texture to it, but it does dry down. And I feel like with the brush, I'm not getting as much fallout, ironically. So with the brush, you have the ability to have more control over where it's placed. You can build it up and it's not falling all over my face. That looks really pretty as far as like this side goes. This side, it's all over the place. Now, at the end of this, I might go back and put it sporadically all over the lid because I did it on this side. Okay, so my typical version of doing my makeup is I do my eyes first. Don't worry about my under eyes because I do those after the fact. And then I go in and I do my base products, set that, and then get back to my eyes. So I have all clean brushes. I want to play around with the Hydrating Glow foundation, or is that what this is called? Forever Skin Glow foundation from Dior. I have the shade 2 neutral and 1 neutral. I feel like 1 neutral is probably going to be my best bet. I've not tried anything from Dior before. No. Okay, we're not doing that no more. That's a flop if I've ever seen one. I'm just gonna, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna try and, no, that's not my shade. Nope, okay, we're not doing that. That is very yellow. Okay, so we're not gonna do that. Change of plans. I'm gonna try the Say one out, and if this isn't the right shade for me, then we're just gonna go with my tried and true tinted moisturizer. So this is the Slip Tint Broad Spectrum 35 Tinted Moisturizer. There's 14 shades for skin loving hydration, 100% mineral, SPF 35, and tinted dewy coverage that feels amazing and looks even better, bursting with these skincare superhero ingredients: hyaluronic acid for hydration, pansy flower for fighting free radicals, licorice root for brightening, 100% non-nano zinc oxide for clean sun protection. This is the one you look forward to putting on every day. So I've been intrigued by this for a while now. For the longest time, I didn't believe in, oh my god, this is too dark too. Great. This is just a video where everything's going wrong. The foundation samples I wanted to use are too dark. So, to keep on theme with the energy that I want to keep up and the vision, I'm going to go in with just my Jason Wu Tinted Moisturizer. Oh, it farted. Ew, there's hair on it. Oh my god. I feel like I've used it before. So you've seen it already, and I don't own a lot of foundations and stuff. I just don't, I don't know, I can't be bothered to own more than like a handful because I'm the kind of person that I do like to get through my foundation and stuff. I feel so accomplished when I use one up. And I'm just at that point in my life where I don't want a bunch of them. I don't want them to collect because they are going to go bad. I don't want them to just pile up because then I'm going to be overwhelmed knowing that I only use a handful. I heavily debate on what foundations I'm going to buy because I know that I can return them if they don't work out, but that's so wasteful and I don't want to be that person. So I will say the vision of having breakout on my face while I'm doing this is not part of it. I do have a couple things that are new to me or I'm trying to test out again for my creams. So let's break it down. My bronzer stick, it's the same. It's Rare Beauty. This is the shade Bright Side. And I'm doing very minimal bronzing because, again, I do want more of that ethereal look. But I do want to add just a little bit of dimension. So this is a lot less than what I typically do. And I'm doing light patting motions. I also have a pimple up here, so this hurts. I feel like once I add my cream bronzer back into my face, that's when the vision starts coming together because I've got just a little bit of color. It's just enough to almost feel like I've been revived. Now, I do have this. This is something I've used before. I don't know if I've used it on my channel yet. But this is just the Danessa Myricks Dew Wet Balm and Rose Water. I got this in an Ipsy. It is a cream, but it's something different than cream, if that makes sense. So it has this really pretty reflect. I'll swatch it over here for you. Do you see that? And it's such a light, thin consistency. It's just so pretty. It does have a little bit of a pink undertone, so it works well as like a blusher almost. But I go in and stipple a little bit on with my flat kabuki brush, and I use a small kabuki brush. Now I will say when you are using a brush, that pink doesn't show through as much, but there's something about this like wet consistency look that I want right now for this vision that I have. And like I said, I might just be taking a little bit, but I just want it all over like my temple. I want it all over my cheek almost. Because like I said, I'm not going anywhere, so why not do this? This is almost essentially pre-shower makeup. Where you're just kind of playing around with it. Figure out if it's going to be pretty. And I'm going to take some on my nose. I'm literally drenching my face in it. And I never take my cream highlight all the way over. But this is so pretty. I might start doing it on like days where I'm not wearing makeup and I just want a little bit of like color and highlight. This would be perfect. Now, for my blush, because this is a little more like pink of an eye look, I have this... You're gonna laugh at me because I roast baby pink blushes all the time. I have a baby pink blush. This is from Lovecraft Beauty. The only reason I own this is because it was a pick that Ipsy had chosen for me. And I might use it a little bit, but I also have this really pretty shade here, and I think mixing these two would be pretty. This is the Laura Geller Made to Multitask Eye, Lip, and Cheek Palette. So I might try this out just for the heck of it on the apples of my cheek. I don't know the best way to use this. This isn't something I plan on keeping, and it blended away to nothing. Okay, cool. I guess, well, I mean, there's a little bit of a flush there, so it's not completely gone, but it's not worth it. So this, That was just for the heck of it because it's been sitting in my collection. What I really want to play with are these. I think these are so pretty. This shade I absolutely adore, but I want to try this middle shade, and I'm like, I don't know where to put it on my hands, but that's what we're gonna do, is tap it out. This is about as pinky as I want to get with my makeup, at least my blushes, because it's got a little bit of a baby pink shift to it, but it's more rosy. But I also don't know if this is for me either. Yeah, like that's a little too pink. So I'm gonna take this tropical coral shade, or tropic coral, because I like this shade a lot, and I'm gonna tap that out on the back of my hand. And you see how it just kind of makes it, like there's the pink, there's the tropic, and then blended together, it's just magical. So I want this to be very, very blushy, hence why I'm putting on so much. And I'm gonna take it over my nose and up on my temple, and I'm gonna really pat it out right here under my eye. And this is the amount of blush I want to get from it. I might go in and use the highlight, but I have another highlight, so we'll see. Let me get this off of my hands. I feel crazy right now. Oh my god, guys. Okay, so I tried to like rub this off. A little bit comes off, but a lot is still on my hand. Maybe the gel consistency won't mess up my eye look. Oh, I'm gonna use those last. I'm gonna go in and do regular concealer, and then I'm gonna use my trusty tried and trues PYT powder, which you can't get this anymore, but I am on my last one using it up, so I'm sorry. I don't think I can't afford to be the type of person that gets rid of products because you can't get them anymore on YouTube. I'm just not there yet. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna use up products that I love, but obviously I need to get out of my collection because I can't get them anymore. So just, it's an honorable mention that this was once a thing and it's a beautiful formula. I feel like the older I get, the cheaper I'm getting when it comes to makeup. And don't get me wrong, I adore some higher quality stuff, like hence my Natasha Denona concealer. But there is something about using some less inexpensive things that I just can't argue with. And if the quality is there, what's the problem? I'm gonna take this and just flick it ever so lightly up here, because I like that it's a little messy. I don't want it to be too precise, because I essentially just want this to look like an extension of my eye almost, if that makes sense. And then I'm just going to take the other end of my brush to lightly set underneath. I set my under eye, but you can still see that half magic glitter there, so that's great. And I'm just going to finish off my face. I always kind of double powder, so I'll go back in and do like some touch-up powdering with this, but then I will come back to finish off the eyes and then play with some other new products. So let me do that. Okay, I have my face powdered. A little bit of an update. I had a little bit of a scare, honestly, because I didn't realize that this Dew Wet Balm from Danessa Myricks has a little bit of like a gold pinpoint in it. So I thought that the half magic glitter had just gotten all over my face. But yeah, so that scared me. Now I do want to go back in with this palette, lightly go in and do my under eye. I think I'm going to take that same brush that I started out with and use Freshly Cut and do like a little bit of a tap in it, like the tiniest little tap. And then I just want to go very close to my waterline because I want this to just connect a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way in because I want to leave enough space to make it super glowy. I will say the half magic glitter that's underneath my eye is very distracting. It's really only this side. So I need to like go back in and put some under here just to make it even. But I just want this to be like right here and stop at my pupil. This one's a clean brush, but I just want to kind of diffuse it out a little bit because that got a little carried away. And then I do want to take that same brush and use a little bit of the, why am I doing it that way? Using a little bit of this pink that I had used in my crease because I just want that pink to kind of carry underneath as well. And this is what we're looking like. Again, it's a little messy, but I'm not too worried about it. I do have a slight bit of patchiness going on now that I look at this. I don't know what's happening right here, but that's weird. I have a little bit of patchiness going on right here, but whatever. I'm also going to go in and kind of try and diffuse that bit of pink out as well. I know I didn't use any of the shimmers in here, but I think for my inner corner, I want to play with, I don't know, this is calling to me, but then there's this shade called Fun Full Sun. Then there's Daisy, which is that peachier shade. They're a little underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. And then Hyacinth, I think is how you pronounce it. That one's pretty. But these two are a little underwhelming. I had to kind of pick up a lot. So I don't know. Let me just swatch them here. Ooh. Ooh. Now I like that purple. I know it's not gonna go with everything, so I think I'm gonna stick it to the like light frosty shade in here called Full Sun. I think I'm gonna use that and use that all over my inner corner. I just have to find the right brush. And I'm gonna go in with it dry and pick it up and tap off the excess. And then I'm gonna put that in there. Because though it might be an underwhelming swatch, I feel like packing it on is gonna be a little more ethereal. And this is the part where I want it to almost be a little angelic, because I want to take those all the way to where it meets that matte shade. I want that to be just really wham bam in your face. I'm gonna take it up here higher than I normally do, like up on the start of my lid, carrying it a little further up, and just kind of feather it into the crease, and then do the same thing down here. See, this is a part of that like trust the process moment, because at first I was like, this is gonna be bad. I really like how like glowy and soft that looks. This is turning out to be very pretty and I'm so thankful. Okay, so I did very, very light, like one coat of mascara. Usually I do like 2 or 3, sometimes 4 when I want to be like real bold, because I don't do lashes. But I do feel like I look very soft and dainty, and I like it because this isn't typically what I do. But for some reason this spring I'm just wanting to do more ethereal, soft, youthful things, and it could be because I'm having like a quarter life crisis because I'm almost 25 and I feel like I turned 20 2 days ago, you know? So whatever, that's besides the point. Anyways, I feel very cute and dainty and sweet, even though I'm not. So let's move on to cheeks. So I'm going to go on with this. This is a newer product. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Bronzer, or no, Buttermilk Bronzer. I talked about these, I think in my February Yes or Like Yikes. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. And I talked about how I felt like these were going to be very pink. They just looked so pink in the photos. So now that I have it, it's not so pink as what I was thinking, but I definitely feel like it's going to be not like a traditional bronzer color where it's a little more neutral. There's definitely this like pink undertone, but it's got this satin finish, so I'm a little nervous about trying to use this every day. But for this look, I think it would look pretty. So we're going to test it out. We're going to see what's what, and I'm going to use a typical brush. It picked up kind of uneven, so I'm going to go on the back of my hand. Oh, there's a lot of powder. Oh my god. I'm a little worried. Now, I know I'm using a... Okay, this is definitely has a pink undertone. Do you see that? The difference? I feel like that just made my cheeks so pink. Oh my god. It doesn't show as bad on the cheek, but it's so pink. I love that for me. I'm gonna go in and it's like almost to the point where I don't even think I need blush because of how pink everything is, but I do think I want to take a little bit of this oranger shade. Orange. I want to take some of that orange just to almost try and offset some of this because I feel like it's a little too cool toned pink for the eye. So I'm going to take a little bit of this blush to try and mix it in with what's already on my face, which might not happen. It might not work. I don't know. It's a lot of freaking blush. Oh my god. Okay, this is where we're at. I'm going to stop there with blush because that bronzer, I'm like in panic mode. Like I'm in flight or fight mode of like, is this even worth finishing because I feel so pink. So this is the Half Magic Light Trap Duochrome Glow Powder. Now, I have been wanting to try this for a while. I will say I don't know about the packaging because it's a little cardboard packaging. It's cute. I love the like, I don't know if it's just a butterfly or like a butterfly bird. I don't know. It's how I feel today. I feel like I'm a cross between the two. So we'll try it out, but you have this little like cardboard piece that it clasps down on, right? And I'm afraid that if you ruined this clasp, it's not gonna secure like it should. So I don't know if I like that, but I will say this is a beautiful highlight. I don't know if you can tell the little bits of like purple, lilac-y, pink, blue highlight in here. It said that it was like a rose gold. I'm not getting rose gold, I'm getting ivory, but Look how pretty that is. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna try that on my cheeks, or usually I do my highlight before my blush, and then that way my blush kind of helps melt the highlight into the cheek, but I want this to be a little more blinding. So I'm gonna take a little bit wispy of a brush to try and pick it up. Are you gonna pick up? To pick it up, nothing came up. Okay, I tried it on the back of my hands first. I feel like that's the theme of this video. And I'm just going to tap it everywhere here. Ooh. It's got this beautiful pinpoint of glow in it. Like, it's glowy, but then you get those pinpoints of sparkle. I will say for highlighter, I feel like it emphasizes more texture than some that I own. So that's not my vibe. But at the same time, I'm at this point in my life where even with breakout, I still want to wear a tinted moisturizer. I just want to embrace the skin that I have. And I don't know if that's because I'm just maturing and I'm just like settling with this is who I am and I'm okay with that. I don't know. I will say this is pretty, but I'm not seeing a lot of the pinpoint like I thought I would. I'm just seeing a lot of texture. So I don't know. And I don't know if this is something that if I used my finger, would it look better? And I certainly don't want to put like a lot of highlighter on, but I guess I will since I just did it. I will say with the finger, it still blends out really well. Sometimes I feel like highlighters have a hard time blending out when you use your finger because of the oils in your skin on your fingers that just kind of stick. But this isn't doing that. So I am going to take it on my cheeky because I do want it to be super glowy. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't know if this is anything. I thought this was going to be more revolutionary than it was. Let's try this. Let's try this on my cheek because we're here. Why not, you know? I'm going to take the tiniest bit and I'm going to rub it out a little bit. That sounded gross. Put that over here. Why not? Oh my god. Since it's already all over my face, might as well just add more, right? I feel like that's the point of half magic is the glitterier the better. So let me just do that. Let me just add it to it. I feel like this is my life now. I am turning into a glitter bomb. And honestly, now that it's everywhere, I don't hate it as much. Let me just throw some under the eye at this point just to match because it's throwing me off that this side is like glittery and then this side wasn't. Let me just go ahead because it's throwing me off that these aren't the same sparkle going on here. So let me just carry that through. Okay, this is what my life is. I'm a glow hoe. Okay, these are finally starting to come off if I really rub it off. Now that I have glitter all over me, I really want to try the Chrome Flakes. So I think it was this one that I had opened. I want to say it was this pinky one. Yeah. And I almost just want to take what's on this little seal to do my eye. And I feel like I'm going to have to continue to look down. Oh. Until it dries down because these definitely have a wet consistency, so I'm gonna have to leave my eye here to do its thing, but that is pretty. I don't know how long I have to hold it. I guess until I feel it done. Is this cute? That should be my thumbnail. I'm gonna do this to try and let it dry. Oh, maybe I should close this up so it doesn't dry out. I think they're dry. I don't know. I feel so cool. I feel like a cool chick. Okay, I'm gonna take some more. And I'm literally using the bare minimum. Here we go. Let's try this eye. Once you learn how to use these, they're not bad. And they're only like $5 or $6. Like, heck yeah. Oh my god. Okay, these are not spreading out as much as I want them to. I want to be ambitious and try and layer these. But I feel like that's going to be too much. And then it's going to crumble. Okay. Huh. Gotta let it dry. I just feel like I look so stupid. I will say with 2 layers, I can kind of feel the flakes. It's a little heavy on my lid. 1 layer, I didn't have that problem, but I'm definitely feeling it now. But it's not like it's super uncomfortable. It's just a little bit more heavy. Okay, I did my brows, but we're gonna ignore how atrocious they look. I have been using this Dominique Cosmetics brow frame because I got it in Ipsy and I've been trying to like work with it. And I absolutely despise this product because 1, it's supposed to be taupe, but I feel like it's too dark. And 2, the way that this is designed, well, first off, you don't get a lot of product in here because I just got this and started using it in March and I already only have this much left. But the way this is designed is it's this weird angle, and you're able to do brow-like strokes and then fill in your brow. I just put a mark on my forehead. Ain't that cute? Okay, whatever. But the ideal is essentially that you're able to carve your brow out, fill it in, and do brow-like strokes with it, and I cannot for the life of me. It worked when I first got it, and now I'm trying to sharpen it to get it back to how it's supposed to go, because you're supposed to be able to just run it on the little sharpener and get it to work, but I'm having a hard time with it. So all in all, this is not something I would buy again. I don't like it. So this is why my brows look the way they do. The last thing that I'm going to do is my lips, and I don't have anything specific. I do have this lip liner, which I've had this lip liner before. This is also from ColourPop, and it's their lip liner in BFF. Except they've changed their packaging. So the lip line packaging should match the lip liner color inside, when it used to be like this, where just the tops and the bottoms would match. Then you had the white packaging, but now they've updated it. So I don't want to overline for this lip. I just want to kind of fill in what my natural lip line is and just define a little bit. This is what we're looking like. But I have this Instant Crush lip gloss from Half Caked Makeup. And it's just this really pretty like pearly pink, but I thought it would look good on top to just kind of go with it. This isn't like a lip gloss I would typically wear, but I'm kind of obsessed with it with my BFF lip liner now. And I like this lip gloss formula from Half Caked because it doesn't move too much. You still get that beautiful sheen, but it doesn't move around a lot like other things. This is the finished look. I feel very pretty. It's very like pixie fairy. There's a little bit of like that soft glow in there, so I'm loving it. And it took a long time to get here, but here we are. We finally made it. So thank you for that. Okay, we have our finished look finally. I tried to do a very lazily like tousled braid moment, but I just used my hair clips and like clipped it back. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. Maybe I should do this like hair look a little bit more, where I just tousle them and like tie them back there to let my natural wave pattern kind of show. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out ways of like utilizing my natural texture while also leaving the length that I have, because there's a part of me that wants to just chop it off, but it's like halfway down my back, so like I shouldn't. But yeah, so I just kind of threw it back haphazardly to try and make it kind of look like a fairy, because I feel like fairies have like the little tousled hair clips and like all of that. I wish I had some butterfly clips, but that's besides the point. I think this turned out really well, and I'm happy to say that we got to the end. If you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. I'm so happy I went through and like did it, because I feel like this just really tied the look together. So far there's no creasing. The highlight on my face, I think tying in the sparkle from the Half Caked glitter to my cheek really put it together. There's a part of me that kind of wants to put this on my cheek, but I feel like that's like going over more. Yeah, I really like these little chrome flakes. And if they dry up really fast, they're not that expensive, so I can just buy more. This, it wasn't even worth trying out because it kind of just went away. The bronzer, I don't know about this. I'm gonna have to try it on a regular day when I'm not experimenting with a bunch of different things to see if I can find a way to utilize it within like my normal everyday makeup. The eyeshadow palette, it's really cute. There's nothing super special about it, but I think for soft ethereal looks like this, it works. I don't necessarily think I needed it, but I am curious to play around with some of the deeper shades in here at some point, so might stay tuned for that. There's also this pressed glitter. I'm not a pressed glitter girl, but, or maybe it's not a pressed glitter. I don't know what that is, but it is pretty. So we'll have to see about that, but the packaging is really cute. So this is something I could probably get a lot of use out of this spring, so you'll probably see it a handful more times. This Laura Geller palette, I don't know if I'm going to keep it, honestly, because this shade's not really my cup of tea. I don't use this, and then this would be the only shade I'd use, but I don't want to keep a whole palette for that reason. The Half Caked gloss is really nice. I haven't used this one yet, so to pair it with this lip liner is really cute. I love it. The last thing is just the glow veil from from Dior. This was pretty, but you can find glowy ones at the drugstore that does the exact same. I don't know if it's worth spending the money on, and they're not cruelty free, so it's like, are they really worth it? Overall, I'm happy this is where we came. There was a lot of moments where it could have gone south, but nonetheless, we made it. And I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and comment down below what product that I tried today that you might be interested in. I think that's all I have. I'm gonna hop off and film a couple more videos, and you'll see this look a few times before it's gone. So I'm gonna hop off, but I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching this. I'm just thankful that you chose to hang out with me, and I will catch you all in another one. So, bye!